Hi Cancer, and welcome to the Mother Tressa channel. If you're already familiar with this space, then you already know what to expect. So welcome back. I'm glad to be interacting with your energy again. But if you're new to this channel, then welcome in and definitely feel safe enough to be yourself wherever you are energetically, be it positive, negative, or neutral, really doesn't matter. So long as you leave better than you came, okay? Like this video, share it with other Cancerians that you may know or anybody else that just may need to hear this message at this time. And subscribe to this channel and turn that post notification on so you're made aware as soon as I upload and you never miss a reading, okay? Let's get into it. Oh, what's going on, Cancer? Let's start with love for you guys. You have the Ace of Cups. Love is on the brain for sure. Wouldn't be surprised. You guys might be engaging in acts of sex penetration for sure here. Now, because we have Venus in Gemini at 13 degrees, which is an Aryan degree, this is definitely sending images to my mind of if you're single, then, you know, playing with gadgets, but now is the time for you to engage in cunnilingus. For those that just want me to shoot straight, get in some head, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. But if you don't have anybody to engage in the act of sex with to sexually heal yourself, you will be or feel more inclined to masturbating. And I'm only saying that because, you know, Gemini rules the hands. So any sexual act that uses the hands, I feel like that's going to be emphasized at this time for you guys. After the Nine of Wands, you had the Lovers and the Two of Pentacles that came out. Earth energy as well. We are now in Taurus's season, right? So happy birthday to the bulls, anybody that might be cross-watching. And, you know, Tauruses are earth signs, and they are all about sensuality, sexuality, really good with foreplay and or role playing. And so I feel like if you're going to be embodying any of that energy, then that's how it's going to come through. You doing that again with a partner, with multiple, if you're in the mood for an orgy, or you're in an open relationship, or just do things like that, or again just by yourself. It's indulging in the five senses at this time. Touch, taste, sight, hearing. There's always one that I miss. Why can't I ever? Feeling. No, that's touch. Y'all know what it is at this point. There's always one I miss. If it's not with the five senses, it's with the four elements. And I'm like, bruh, there's only four. Like, come on. It's not that hard. But yeah, you can be doing that. Definitely engaging in some sex here. Look at that, bondage, BDSM, trying new things in the bedroom. So some of that energy that I spoke on a few days ago on my Instagram. And if you're not following me, I put my socials also in the description box. But I touched on some of that energy coming through when, what was that transit? When Mercury, I can't remember, but go peep it. But basically in there, I was talking about how at this time you might be having more conversations with your partner, or just honest conversations with yourself about the things that bring you pleasure. Okay? And we can extend outside of sex, right? Talking about just your romantic relationship as well, and things that you feel have been missing, or that have been neglected, or that have posed as a challenge in your eyes, and it's something that you want to find a solution to. You know, it's something that you really desperately feel like you need fixed in the relationship. Those types of conversations are going to be coming through at this time, and it's going to be very straightforward as well. So listen to understand, right? Don't hear something that is unpleasant to you and just immediately shut down and become defensive, because it is a learning opportunity for the both of you, okay? And this is only going to bring you guys closer together. But you can be feeling in matters of sex, just touching back on that with the scorpionic energy, this Eight of Pentacles and the Devil, you can be feeling insatiated, is that the word? Like a bottomless pit, like you can have infinite orgasms. You know, you could just keep going round for round for round for round for round. And so maybe your partner is not as compatible with you as far as having the same libido. So that can be a conversation that comes up. But if not, it can be like certain positions that you guys have been trying that you just don't see any purpose in, like it doesn't really do anything for you as far as pleasure principles are concerned. And so that's the type of conversation that you can be having. It's just the way that you introduce the idea or the way that you suggest it to your partner is going to matter as far as the reaction that you get out of them, positive, negative, or neutral here. If you say things in a way that can emasculate your partner, then expect them to blow up, you know what I mean? Or expect them to then somehow feel jaded in the relationship, right? Because nobody likes to be disrespected, so you have to have some couth or some tact in the way that you express yourself at this time. But if you come off as like oh, this is something that we've never done together, certainly something that I haven't done in other relationships, you know, but it's something that I have a great interest in, do you mind if we try? And start small. You know, if they agree to your terms at this time, Cancer, whatever these terms could be, baby steps is important to the overall success of this new quest that you are going on with your partner, or again, by yourself, right? If you're by yourself, you're just learning things that actually turn you on or bring you pleasure. You can be slightly overindulging at this time. It's not unlikely because, again, we are in Taurus season and there are a lot of, well, not a lot, but Taurus energy with these transits going on. And so you can be overeating at this time, undereating, just whatever you do find enjoyment in. You can be going on a binge. And so just make sure you're not depleting your energy and that you're saving enough for other things that you also have to handle that can be important. So yeah, if you are single and have been talking to somebody as far as the interest of the relationship, there's something there. They definitely see you as somebody that is pretty mysterious. Like on the outside, very composed and very well put together, very beautiful, you know, or handsome. That's definitely there. There's a sensation of likeness, or there's a fondness for the relationship. There's enjoyment in getting to know you. But they do find you to be very mysterious and or kinky and or freaky. Maybe you guys haven't gotten to that point yet, but there's definitely like a buildup, you know, sexual frustration or tension. So I feel like it's imperative at this time, if you know that you feel that sexual chemistry, and also that you're of age and you're actually ready to have such an exchange, right? Because sex is so sacred. So keep that in mind too. If this is in terms of virginity, you can't get it back. You can't, you know, live it over or replay it. And so it's imperative to have the conversation. Safe sex is the best practice unless you're actually in an exclusive relationship or you're married, or within the community it's agreed that, you know, everything would be taken care of should somebody get pregnant. But outside of that, there's possibility for sexually transmitted infections. Sirens are blowing, so I feel like I'm hitting on something here. We're going to take it as an omen. And so I would highly recommend that you guys get tested together, or that you just speak about sexual history. And also now would be the time to have that conversation about what you like or would try, or if you are more of the sensual type, you don't like hard and fast, you know, state your claim, make it plain so that they know what to do so that you can have fun, right? This is all about figuring out how to have reciprocity in the relationship. If it's down to communication, you feel like every time that you want to be transparent and have a moment with your person, you get shut down in some way, shape, form, or fashion. And so you can be having conversations about that, like you don't mean anything by it, but you don't want to be left to your own devices and make your own assumptions, just whatever that could be for in regards to your relationship. But yeah, some of you guys can be very fertile, so just be very careful. You might think that you can't get pregnant, but you'd be surprised. Because Pan, who was in the Devil card, was the god of fertility as well. It's not just, what's the name, Venus. So, yeah. Freak nasty. Y'all nasty. It's so normal though. Sex is normal. And I feel like some of you guys are wanting to have more open discussions and or dialogues. Maybe have a panel where you can freely talk about sex and make it more of a normalized thing, because the 8 of Pentacles can also touch on taboo topics. So you can just be interested in sex, interested in pornography, interested in just the dynamics of different relationships altogether, speaking to that 9 of Wands and philosophical higher thinking, right? That number vibrationally is associated with the zodiac sign of Sagittarius. So you may not have any of this going on as far as your personal life, but can be interested in learning about others, or you're a counselor, and so by way of your demographic, that's just what you hear a lot of in the work that you do. That's coming in. So yeah, just be aware that a lot of people are going to be coming to you for the same problems in terms of sex and their own level of satisfaction, or just a level of satisfaction in a partnership. And so it's going to sound like a broken record, but you can get through it. Okay. Let's talk about money and career. Or really, what is this? 5 of Wands, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, with the Hermit and the 9 of Pentacles and the 7 of Pentacles. So like I was saying, as far as a profession, I feel like I'm speaking with somebody that's like a relationship coach, a sex therapist, or a sex worker, something with relationships. For sure, I'm definitely getting that. If not, that is a potential career path for you, whoever I'm speaking to. Also, if you're into crunching numbers, is what I'm hearing. Some of you guys are looking into, with this Hermit energy that's supportive of that in the bottom of the deck, on a quest seeking. But you're about to get into maybe like accounting or something with math, like a mathematician. Some of you guys are needing to just brush up on your skills. You're a little rusty, so you're going to be practicing a lot day in and day out. I don't know how you can like practice, or like what you would be doing that would require practice in that field, but that's what's coming through. Investigative work as well, or something with transportation or technologies, but more so like transportation, like flight attendant, somebody that deals with the air, weatherman, newswoman. What do they call them? Anchormen and anchorwomen? Something like that, as far as a profession. Or you might be interested in politics right now, or learning a lot more, becoming wise about the patterns of politics and how they do their stats, like statistics, and how things get reported, you know, what is emphasized, because, you know, the 5 is all about drama, right? And so what is being emphasized and or sensationalized in the mass media that creates chaos, but that produces some sort of result at the end. So you might be looking into stuff like that, seeing how you can contribute to that type of organization, and or how you can cleave from, with the Swords energy, and do something of your own where you are able to adopt and share your beliefs about how a certain system can be run, how society can be run and or improved here. You might be also starting a forum or just at this time, your mind, your intellect, you're very quick on your feet. There we go. And so by making those split-second decisions, you're going to be drawing money into you some way, somehow. Like, you'll be lucky by way of you using your mental prowess at this time, or any speaking engagements. Somebody might be overhearing you with this Hermit card, or accidentally listening in, and they hear the things that you talk about, and they want to like bring you on a panel or start paying you to do more public speaking and sharing or spreading awareness to society, right? Okay, that's what's coming through here. If you're already established in a career, you may be moving up in the ranks soon. You may be reaching the ceiling though also with what you're doing and your earning potential in that department and or arena. And so you might be thinking about making a change soon. It's just something that's kind of up in the air. Nothing that you have explicitly decided on, like you haven't signed any contracts or anything. If it's in the works or it's in the talks, it's nothing that's been solidified basically. So you're still thinking about that. For those of you that have already been in your profession and things have been going well, I don't really see much changing unless you're ready to retire. That can also be what you're thinking about at the end of the day. You're tired of the BS at work and you're just ready to get to a point where you can kind of sit back and relax and rest on your laurels. So you might be thinking of exit strategies. That's what's coming through. But other than that, if nothing else jumped out to you career-wise, then just continue doing what you're doing, okay? No news is good news in that case for you guys. But that's what's coming through. So if this resonated, give me a thumbs up. Share this with your friends and family. Subscribe, again, if you haven't. And book with me should you need to. But if I don't hear from you, then please just take care of yourself and soul until you see me again. Ciao.